Why is everybody so horny here?
It's been a while since we've heard anything from Rep Boebert, and God, it's been nice, right? But unfortunately, I have to tell you, she's taken the opportunity now to lecture Eric Swalwell and Tony Hernandez on their alleged sexual crimes with these comments.
Yeah, go to church, find Jesus. Why is everybody so horny here?
Okay, Lauren, before we step into your ironically rich background of lewdness and crudeness and your sterling reputation as a mom, real sexual assault isn't because men are horny. It's a violent act of control. And what was that shit about Jesus?
Yeah, go to church, find Jesus.
Oh, Jesus didn't need an AR-15. How many AR-15s do you think Jesus would have had? Well, he didn't have enough to keep his government from killing him.
Bowie, you are one kooky person. Have you been paying attention to the dozens of Republican conservatives, priests, ministers, clergy, all assaulting children under the guise of some kind of sick natural selection?
Frankly, I know you're going to say it's a terrible thing to say, but it couldn't have happened. It didn't happen. And she would not have been the chosen one. She would not have been the chosen one.
Not to mention six-pack Hegseth.
The former Fox News host, nominated as Secretary of Defense, settled a threatened lawsuit brought by a woman who accused him of sexually assaulting her in his hotel room and paid the woman an undisclosed sum. In return, she signed a non-disclosure agreement.
Look, to bring you guys up to date, Swalwell went from leading the California governor's race to potential criminal charges that could have him spending decades in prison, where Republican Tony Hernandez had an affair with a staff member who later killed herself and in an unrelated case sent lewd texts to another co-worker. All of this, of course, with the backdrop of Todd Blanche, the Attorney General and Trump's personal lawyer, who continues to obstruct justice by not allowing the Epstein files to be released.
Dershowitz is a longtime friend of Epstein's who represented him in the criminal underage sex case.
Were there young women in another part of the house giving massages? I kept my underwear on during the massage.
All of this, of course, with the backdrop of this guy, Todd Blanche, the Attorney General and Trump's personal lawyer, who continues to ignore Congress's demand that the Epstein files be released. But Bobby, talk about throwing stones in a glass house. Boebert's ex, Jason Boebert, was charged with lewd exposure at a bowling alley in Colorado, where police reports indicated he exposed himself to young underage women. And Boebert's son, well, to mix metaphors, the turd doesn't fall far from the tree. Tyler Boebert was arrested on 22 counts, including 4 felony counts of criminal possession of ID documents and 1 felony count of conspiracy to commit a felony stemming from a string of vehicle thefts and property crimes.
But wait! There's more!
Tyler was also cited for misdemeanor child abuse involving a toddler and is slated for a trial later this month.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Look, Jason Boebert pled guilty to public indecency and lewd exposure after that incident and was sentenced to 4 days in jail and a 2-year probation.
I delivered one of my children in the front seat of my truck.
Now, as far as Rep Boebert herself, she's been in court a few times too. She's been arrested and summoned at least 4 times over the past decade. And we all remember this: Boebert in a public theater jerking off her boyfriend while he grabbed her tits, all while families sat around them.
Boebert, Boebert, Boebert. Say it 3 times and she appears in security video from a weekend performance of Beetlejuice, where the congresswoman was kicked out of the theater for being disruptive. The DCPA says she was vaping. Boebert's team denied that, said the haze was from fog machines in the show. That claim goes up in smoke when you see the video. The pregnant woman sitting behind Boebert told the Denver Post she asked her to stop vaping, and Boebert refused. Her one-woman show continued, taking flash photos, raising her hands and dancing, often the only one clapping or standing up in the crowd. Boebert occasionally took a break from being disruptive to enjoy the company of her male companion. He briefly had a grasp on the situation before ushers returned and told Boebert she had to leave. The theater's incident report says Boebert pulled the "Don't you know who I am" card on the way out, appearing to give theater employees the single-finger salute.
Nice, right? But granted, Boebert's behavior against the background of Trump and Epstein, it needs a reality check. When it comes to sex crimes, she's in the minor leagues. The accusation that Trump forced a 13-year-old to perform an act that caused her to bite him and then caused him to punch her.
Would you declassify the Epstein files?
Yeah, I would. I'd be inclined to do the Epstein. I'd have no problem with it.
Seriously, we need to release the Epstein list. That is an important thing.
Why is the FBI protecting the greatest pederast, the largest scale pederast in human history?
Simple, because of who's on that list. Put on your big boy pants and let us know who the pedophiles are.
I think tomorrow, Jesse, breaking news right now, you're going to see some Epstein information being released. by my office.
It's sitting on my desk right now to review.
A truckload of evidence arrived. It's now in the possession of the FBI. It's a new day. It's a new administration, and everything's going to come out to the public.
And the ongoing Epstein cover-up by Todd Blanche, and before that, Bondi and the entire MAGA Congress, well, that's some serious shit. And to be fair, Boebert stood up to Trump when he summoned her to the Situation Room and demanded that she not sign Thomas Massey's discharge petition to release all the Epstein files. By the way, Massey is a Republican.
I think it's time for America to rip the Band-Aid off, and we need to have a serious conversation about what the fuck is happening.
So Boebert, along with Dairy Queen and Nancy Mace, all signed it and incurred the wrath of man-titties.
They don't know what the fuck they're doing.
So look, I gotta give her that. But she, along with so many Republicans, are totally clueless as to the nature of these attacks on women. And instead of supporting these women, like the dozens of Epstein victims, they attack them, and they have for a long time.
Alabama Republican Senate candidate Roy Moore is facing accusations of sexual misconduct.
He totally denies it. He says it didn't happen.
Congressman Jim Jordan of Ohio. 3 former wrestlers at Ohio State University are accusing him of turning a blind eye to sexual abuse when he was a coach at the school.
How reliable is your testimony in October of 1991 on events that occurred 8-10 years ago? How sure can you expect this committee to be on the accuracy of your statements?
I feel so badly for him that he's going through this, to be honest with you. I feel so badly for him.
Nobody in their right mind is going to deny him a seat on the Supreme Court based on allegations 35 years old.
Everything is an excuse for delay, no matter how unsubstantiated.
Grab him by the I could do anything.
This was locker room talk.
Locker room talk.
That was just locker room talk.
I've been in lots of places, growing up and listening to people talk about their great tales of sexual conquest.
Whatever that locker room talk was, whatever that frat house language was, honestly, most Americans get it.
Men at times talk like that.
At least 15 women have come forward with accusations ranging from sexual harassment and misconduct to sexual assault.
Look, I don't know what Eric Swalwell has done or whether or not he has committed crimes or just been a shitty husband and father, or both. But this comes with public life. If you're in a position of power and influence, you need to keep your shit clean. You need to understand that every unwanted advance you make is a rebuke to your pledge to serve both your constituents and the U.S. Constitution. And Swalwell has violated that.
Why is everybody so horny here?
But all of this just shows you Boebert's ignorance. Again, whatever Swalwell or Hernandez have done, it isn't about sex, it's about power. And it's a reminder that we have in office a monster who was found guilty by a New York jury.
No one's disputing that.
And 28 more who said they were assaulted.
I'm going to do it whether the women like it or not.
Well, Donnie, I'm pretty sure we can find a room for you where you can do anything you want.
Goddamn right. Sound like the brain's not doing too hot.
Impeach, try, convict.
But that's just your suggestion. You don't actually have any facts.
Just sit right back and you'll hear a tale.
We're in another fucking war.
Here's why I'm with Trump.
Go fuck yourself.
What are you doing? I want to know what people are actually going to do.
You know what? So what if he wants to grab pussy?
Go fuck yourself.
I am the chosen one.
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Things happen, and my stupid people.
Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny.
You submit. Submit.
They know how to get to me.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
Tick-tock.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
Dow is over 50,000.
Fuck off. I'm Chip Franklin.